All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are so back. Um, it has been at this point probably 2.5 months, probably three, since I've really done a reaction video to an album. Thank you to everybody that's just been in my comments section, like, just being like, "Where are you at? We miss you. We want another video." Like, genuinely, that makes me feel incredibly special. That people are like actually waiting and hoping for another video. Well, guess what? You're going to get one. So thank you for the love and support. We did reach over 4,000 subscribers. And I think at the time of me stopping, I was probably at like 3,200. So 800 more, and I haven't been doing any videos. So that's pretty sick. Um, yeah, if you want to follow me outside of just these videos, my Instagram is the same as my YouTube. It should just be the Nathaniel K. If anything, I'll link it in the description of this video, as well as my TikTok. Might as well. I should be doing that in general. But yeah, I'm not going to go too much further into that. Just thank you for all the comments, because they do mean a lot, even if I just haven't been here, you know? With that being said, we got another Ethel Cain album. She released Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You, a couple weeks ago. Yeah, August 8th. I was planning to do it when that dropped. I was going to do it same day. That just didn't happen. But yeah, we got Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You by Ethel Cain. It's going to be 10 songs. It's an hour and 13 minutes. Like I said, released August 8th. Now this, from what I was told in the comments, is a prequel to Preacher's Daughter. So I am excited for that. There are a couple songs that I still listen to off of Preacher's Daughter. They're in one of my playlists called Vibes. And I believe it's Thoroughfare, House in Nebraska, and Strangers. Those are my top three off that album. So anyways, I'm excited to get into this. I'm going to stop talking, even though it's only been like 2 minutes. And we're just going to get into track number 1, Janie. Oh, wait.
Hold me, smell of mildew. I wanna die in this room. I still shake just by nature. Easy to hate, easy to blame. Shoot me down, come on, hurt me. I'm wide open and deserving. Please don't leave me. I'll always need more. Please leave open your most quiet door. I know she's your girl now, but she was my girl first.
Gotta pull up the genius.
She was my girl first. I can see the end and the beginning of everything. And in it, you don't want me.
Sorry, my mic was a little bit of bugging right now. I had to resituate it. Give me one second. We're just gonna. It's a little messed up. Okay, so this song, according to the Genius, it's a track named after the character Ethel Cain's only true best friend. Excuse me, sorry. So that's all it really says on the Genius annotation. If I pull up lyrics, it doesn't really have anything crazy. Okay, easy to hate, so we're going to go back up. Easy to hate, easy to blame, shoot me down, come on, hurt me. I'm wide open and deserving. This whole thing, I believe, is all one annotation. Okay. Ethel's story begins the summer she turns 16 when her best friend gets a boyfriend. As Janie, I was going to say Janine. As Janie is Ethel's only real friend, she fears this marks the end of her relationship as she knows it. Where Ethel had her best friend all to herself, her insecurities led her to provocation, claiming Jamie should just rip the band-aid off and be done with Ethel. I guess I get how that feels. Because, they just spend more time with, the boyfriend or the girlfriend or whatever friend you have, whoever they're with. They'll end up spending more time with that person and have less time for you, but it's not inherently a bad thing. But it could make you feel like you're losing them. But that would just be poor, I guess, balance. Poor balance if that ends up happening. On the flip side, so this is, please don't leave me. I'll always need more. Please leave open your most quiet door. On the flip side, in private, Ethel mourns the changing of their dynamic. She begs Janie to leave some small part of her life available, as Ethel will always need her best friend no matter what. Exactly. I know she's your girl now. She was my girl first. She was my girl first. Ethel turns her attention to Janie's boyfriend, pleading for him to not take her away completely. I mean, that makes sense. Because it's it's how it feels sometimes. I can see the end in the beginning of everything, and in it, you don't want me, but I still play pretend like I won't watch. But I still play pretend like I won't watch you leaving. I don't watch you leaving. Why is it messed up on here? Ethel knows her and Janie's relationship will inevitably end with her leaving. However, in a way, Janie is likely the only relationship Ethel had that wasn't romantic, abusive, nor sexual. As a result, when she does leave, it breaks Ethel in a different way than Willoughby ever could, leaving Ethel left behind once again, the world taking away the only softness in her left. Additionally, her disassociation reflects a classic trauma response. Ethel chooses denial because the truth is too painful. The lines in the verse are also borrowed directly from the fan favorite song Lead Poisoning, which I haven't heard. I can see the end and the beginning of everything, so I just play pretend like I don't watch you leaving. The line I can still play pretend also utilizes childlike imagery to remind the listener of how young Ethel is. Okay, the bond of childhood friendship will be maintained through continued make-believe. It echoes a line from Hard Times where Ethel Cain copes similarly with her traumatic relationship with her father. Tell me a story about how it ends, where you're still the good guy. I'll make pretend because I hate this story. Wow. I will always love you. And that whole ending part of the verse. Let me know. I'm gonna probably go through the entire lyrics this time. I've just been reading Genius annotations of the summary, like the about. So I'll probably click on lyrics going forward. Let me know how you guys feel about that. If that's cool, like does it do anything for y'all? Because it's cool. It's cool to read. I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always love you. I will always. Echoing the album's name, although the title references and is a namesake to Willoughby, the refrain here is directed at Janie, the one person Ethel truly and intimately loved, yet by the time these words are sung, Janie is gone. Ethel's identity is also shaped by the imprint both Janie and Willoughby have left on her. Both of these relationships leave her with a deep sense of loss. Unable to speak to Janie directly, she repeats the phrase to herself as if it might bring her back, or at the very least, preserve what little remains of their relationship. Got a couple more annotations here, and then we'll move on to the next song. It's not looking good, but did it ever? Where'd it go? Low stakes, low faith. Not looking good, but did it ever? Low stakes, low faith. Ethel is no stranger to generational trauma and abuse. Her trauma traces back to her childhood, beginning with the sexual abuse inflicted by her father, first reference to explicitity in Hard Times, and foundational to the narrative of Preacher's Daughter. She questions whether life was ever good to begin with. There was never a golden age for Ethel to long for. Oh shit, I was too young to notice that some types of love could be bad. Low faith is, in itself, a logical outcome of the world she's endured. After enduring paternal abuse from the age of 9 and fractured connection with Janie, leaves Ethel with nothing left to believe in. The stakes are low because she has nothing left, not even her one true best friend that she truly loved, Janie. Okay. So some of them are just unreviewed, so I'm just going to go to this one. And turn the page to find it blank. Hello. And turn the page to find it blank, except for my last name. When Ethel turns the page hoping for renewal or closure, she instead finds a blank space where her story should be. Even as the page is empty, one thing remains: Ethel's last name. It is the sole remnant of her identity, not chosen but inherited. It remains etched into her being by lineage rather than will. The last name is a birthright that ties Ethel to her ancestry and past trauma rather than autonomy. The Cain surname in itself, evocative of the biblical Cain, who murdered his brother Abel, becoming the first figure cursed by God to exile. The same curse hangs over Ethel even as she fails to write a future for herself. She remains branded with the burden of inherited guilt and cyclical generational ruin. Holy shit. It is a cruel prophecy. If the future holds nothing but that name, then Ethel has been reduced to a vessel for inherited pain, stripped of agency. Holy fuck, bro. That just went deep real fast. Okay, that was the last reviewed annotation, the one, so that seemed legit. That song's crazy. There's so much lore. Well, okay, so song number 1, Janie. I really liked the laid back, it wasn't really just laid back. It was more of like sad guitar. Really, really, really sad guitar. And I was thinking at some point maybe it might pick up, but it never did. Never did. Now we got an instrumental. We just got an instrumental right after that. Okay. Well, let's listen to the instrumental. Willoughby's theme, track number 2. piano theme for Willoughby. Sounds very, very tranquil, but also a little bit foreboding. Okay. This gives me like House in Nebraska vibe. What an interesting instrumental. I guess that makes sense for like a theme, because it's not going to be like this big like instrumentation of like a lot of different, you know, things. Like it's more of this kind of grand sound of like pianos and like, you know, ambiance, which makes sense. It gave me at first, like when that first kind of like, I don't know, chord started playing, I guess, after the piano, it started to give me this House in Nebraska vibe. But then as it picked up and like all the ambiance was there and like it was this big open theme, it was giving me Fallout. Like it was giving me Fallout vibes, which is pretty cool. I don't really have much to say about that besides that. So we will go to track number 3, Fuck Me Eyes, which is the second single off of Cain's sophomore album. I fucking spoiled a little bit, so I know it's a little synth pop, but we'll listen to it. I wonder if it flows all the way through. Let me see. No?
town in her own Cadillac, in her mom's jeans that she cut to really show off her ass. She's got her makeup done and her high heels on. She's got her hair up to God. She's gonna get what she wants. Her nails are heartbreak red, cause she's a bad motherfucker, and all the boys wanna love her when she bets her fuck me eyes.
It's about to pop off.
She goes to church, straight from the clubs. They say she looks just like her mama before the drugs. She just laughs and says, I know. She really taught me well. She's no good at raising children, but she's good at raising hell. Her daddy keeps her in a box, but it's no good. The boys can't get enough of her and her honey fuck me eyes. Nowhere to go, she's just along for the ride. She's scared of nothing but the passenger side of some old man struck in a dark parking lot. She's just
So, I mean, obviously, we're only 3 songs in. One was an instrumental, one was the opener. This one, wow. Wow. And then we got the first single. So, this was the first single, Nettles. But this song, Fuck Me Eyes, insane. So good. So, let's talk about it. I'll read the full annotation, and it was actually co-signed by Ethel Cain, so it's legit. So, perfect. I gotta take my. I can't hear because I have Hell Blocker on. Pretty much just noise cancellation, so I can't hear myself talk. Purposefully, titularly hidden. God, that's a run right there. Until its day of release, Fuck Me Eyes is a second single off Cain's sophomore album, making a return to the more synth-pop sound of previous tracks like Crush and American Teenager. The song arrives at a drastic change from the lead single, Nettles. Nettles or Needles, I'm not sure. Originally teased as far back as 2020 via short snippets on Instagram, live streams, and TikTok videos long before its official debut, the title of the song was deliberately held until release, with Cain's manager Marley actively misleading fans in the comments of the single announcement to preserve the surprise of sorts before the set release date of July 2nd, 2025. The song narrates Ethel's tumultuous emotions towards Holly Reddick, a fellow classmate constantly hanging around Willoughby Tucker, who Ethel assumes must be in love with the girl. Huh. Okay. It's so interesting. There's so much lore. Ethel Cain's Instagram post announcing the single's release ends with the line, "This one's for you, Kim Carnes." Both the song's subject matter and its use of synth seem to be intentionally reminiscent of Carnes's 1981 single, Bet Davis Eyes. The titular Fuck Me Eyes is commonly used as a slang term that refers to a particular kind of intense seductive gaze. Yeah, we all know about that. Okay. Yeah, they got that. They go. Alright, I'm done. I'm decided I'm not going to read all of the annotations on the lyrics, but I am gonna pull up the ones that are highlighted yellow because those are ones that she actually signed off on for the annotations. So anyways. She goes to church straight from the clubs. They say okay. Well, that's it. Just she goes to church straight from the clubs. Where is it at? Brother, what? Oh, I'm on the wrong side. Okay. My bad. It's been a minute. She goes to church straight from the clubs. Ethel finds tension between the two faces that her classmate Holly Reddick presents day and night, from the club letting loose around boys, then to church with the rest of their community. There is a twinge of jealousy or judgment in how these parallels are drawn by Ethel. Clubs are often seen as hotbeds of sinful activity by many Christians, especially the Protestant Christian denomination. Ethel seems to pick apart the dichotomy of Holly's public identity. Later in the bridge, she further elaborates on the insecurity she feels watching Holly. I'll never blame her for trying to make it, but I'll never see the kind of angel he would see. Ethel fears that Willoughby will never love her because she sees how most men flock to Holly's sex appeal and assumes that Willoughby will follow suit and will be uninterested in Ethel because the differences between the two women. Damn. And then it's, they say she looks just like her mama before the drugs. It's alluded to in the album Preacher's Daughter that Ethel Cain grew up in a southern town, Shady Grove, Alabama, ravaged by drug and alcohol abuse as a way to cope with familial trauma. In this line, it's clear it is shamed because this town's southern women are expected to deal with their trauma in private. That's rough, first of all. You should be able to fucking let that out. It's also interesting to note that Holly Reddick is compared to her mother in her prime, which plays into the misogyny that is so readily available and used against women in Shady Grove. Even the women don't realize that they're shaming each other. Wow. Okay, then it goes. She's scared of nothing but the passenger's side of some old man's truck in the dark parking lot. Okay. Likely an allusion to an abuse of power or exploitation by an older man, the line reflects predatory dynamics that often accompanies trauma. A passenger's side is significant due to the implication of the girl being a passive participant and a passenger rather than the driver. She remains in a state where she has no control, agency, or safety. Her fear is so acute because it touches on a part of her life she cannot control or escape. The lyric also contrasts her general bravado with this very real fear. No matter how tough or badass someone appears, trauma and fear can shape one's experiences in profound ways. Certain memories and dangers remain deeply ingrained, influencing her behaviors and her fears. Additionally, this track mirrors a track on Cain's debut album, Preacher's Daughter, where she gets kidnapped by her lover Isaiah in Thoroughfare. Crazy. There's a good amount of highlights here. I'm getting a lot of good stuff. She's just trying to feel good right now. Okay? Instead of seeking long-lasting love and satisfaction, she goes after instant and short-term gratification through the means of sexual encounters. With the willpower to create lasting relationships, she is stuck in a constant cycle of using gratification through her body to find fulfillment until the joy wears off, and she must repeat the process of using her body to gain satisfaction. I feel like that's a theme with people that go through a lot in their lives. They tend to lean more towards short-term gratification rather than long-term because there's no contentment with what they've been through. That the smallest form of dopamine, the smallest form of whatever, it's like drug. It's like a drug to them. I dealt with that when I was younger. I'll lore drop a little bit. Not a lot. I'm just going to say this because I'm not going to go all into that. But, I dealt with it to the point where, I wouldn't really be doing much besides, seeking, short, fun, I guess. And no, I'm not talking about sex. I've never really been one to do that. I'm not interested in just going out and meeting someone and doing all that. I think that's very flawed because you never know what situation you could get into. Personally, I believe in getting to know someone, getting to meet someone, hanging out, building a connection. And then once that connection's there, I feel like that's so much healthier. But like it says here, instead of seeking long-lasting love and satisfaction, she goes after instant and short-term gratification through the means of sexual encounters. And that's why. It's because of this, her being stuck in that constant cycle of that, and the joy wears off because it's doesn't bring you any fulfillment. So what do? You go and do it again. And then the joy wears off, and then you go and do it again, right? It's not healthy. It's just not a way to live. And I'm not here to pass judgment. I'm not saying that if anyone out there does that, there's no judgment on that. Everyone has their own way of life and their own beliefs, and their own morals. Just me personally, that's just how I am, Anyways, went off on a little tangent right there. That's good though. I like talking about lyrics. Okay, where's the lyric? When she leaves. God, I'm trying to find the lyric. 3 years undefeated. And when she leaves, they never see her wiping her fuck me eyes. Ooh, so that to me, I'm not gonna read the annotation, but to me, and when she leaves, they never see her wiping her fuck me eyes, as in she's really just she's in a sad state for herself, and she realizes this probably. So she's crying after these encounters. She's crying through all these short-term gratification, these short-term things that she's doing. She knows there's no fulfillment. She's crying afterwards, but no one ever sees that. All they see are her fuck me eyes. That's what I'm going to say before I read it. The subject is seen as an alluring, beautiful. The subject is seen as alluring and beautiful, but when she's alone, she drops her facade. Underneath, she is sad, possibly filled with regret, loneliness, and sorrow. However, nobody ever sees this side of her because she keeps her act as a very confident, alluring woman. She plays a role that others believe, but when she's alone, the truth comes out. If the subject is Ethel, this could be connecting to Gibson Girl. What Ethel's body and looks are used by Isaiah. It mirrors Ethel's experience being used for looks and her body and emotionally struggling inside and having to hide her pain. Oh, that's terrible. Okay. Next lyric is, I'll never blame her, I kinda hate her. Ethel can't bring herself to dislike Holly, recognizing and empathizing with what she's dealing with from afar in a way that everyone else in Holly's life can't, including her friends and her parents. She also understands why someone would be in love with her, and despite being jealous, she also admires Holly, wanting to be more like her. Willoughby tells Ethel to be more mean, and she sees Holly as the epitome of everything she isn't because of this. Meaner and tougher. Her thoughts of Willoughby being in love with Holly are a manifestation of her insecurity and not being how she wants to be, and how Willoughby tells her to be for her own good. Whoa! Bruh. I'm 40 minutes into this video and I'm only 3 songs in. I gotta lock in. Okay. I can't be reading all of these. I'm gonna be here all day. Ethel can't bring herself to dislike. I already did that. Okay. Well, wow, that was a great song. I like I said, I really liked that song. We're only 3 songs in, so I'm gonna try and kind of speed it up because I do have things to do. But we are on track number 4, Nettles, which is apparently the lead single. I already like the instrumental in the beginning. We're locked in for 8 minutes here. I'm excited for the 10 and 15 minute songs. I really love long songs. But not songs that are long intentionally. Not songs that are long just to be long, but songs that are long with a message, you know?
It wasn't pretty like the movies. It was ugly like what they all did to me. And they did to me what I wouldn't do to anyone. You know that's for sure. Tell me all the time not to worry. And think of all the time I'll have with you when I won't wake up on my own. Wake up on my own. Held close all the time, knowing I'm half of you.
All the time knowing I'm half of you. Think of you all the time.
Lay me down where the trees bend low. Put me down where the greenery stings. I can hear them singing. To love me is to suffer me.
Ooh.
And I believe that when I lay with you in that old lame room, wishing I was the way you say you are. You could fight a war, oh come said, I want you for me. It's not that hard. That picture on the wall you're scared of looks just like you. I wanna bleed, I wanna hurt the way that boys do. Maybe you're right, and we should stop watching the news. 'Cause baby, I've never seen brown eyes look so blue. All the time,
That was
not
good.
to worry, not to worry. Think of all the time I'll have with you when I won't wake up on my own. Wake up on my own. Held close all the time, knowing I'm half of you. Think of us inside after the wedding. Suffering the world to lay a time or two when we won't wake up on our own. Wake up on our own. Held close all the time, knowing this was over. Think of us inside. Gardenias on the top, but it makes no difference who are bad from
Makes no difference who comes back from who. Oh. That's gunshot. That's gut wrenching. And then to love me, it's to suffer me. fucking pimple right here. That shit hurts. Wow, so I don't know. I'm not really gonna say anything just yet, but I'm just gonna say this. Like, not about the song, but just about Ethel Cain in general. The way that she just is able to have a song be long, but it doesn't feel long, because it's like, it's so intentionally done. Like, to the point where it's like I said, you don't even notice that it was that long. It doesn't feel like it was an 8-minute long song. It's not drawn out to be long. It's like the way the instrumentation and everything flows, like by the end of it, it's just like this big old amalgamation of music. I say amalgamation, like, but that's not the right word. But it's just like, it blows my mind, because like, it doesn't feel long. Wow. Okay, let's get into the about. This is co-signed by Ethel, so I will read it. Nettles is a song by Ethel Cain, originally posted as a demo to her Tumblr and SoundCloud accounts on August 18th, 2021, and officially released on June 4th, 2025. It acts as the lead single for her sophomore album, Willoughby Tucker. She confirmed its appearance on the then EP in March of 2022 via Tumblr Ask. She also said that the demo version that she posted only contained the first verse and the chorus. After a while of radio silence regarding the song, it was thought to be scrapped, though in the summer of 2023 she posted lyrics from it to her Tumblr. It wasn't pretty like the movies. Mother Cain via Tumblr. Furthermore, on May 21st, 2025, just months before the release of the album, she posted a drawing depicting Willoughby and Ethel, which included them sitting beside various nettle plants. Huh. Nettles are a group of flowering plants in the genus Urtica, known for their stinging hairs. They are commonly referred to as stinging nettles. That looks like it says "you were kind dying." Yeah, it says "you were kind dying." Yeah, they're sitting next to the nettles. It's Willoughby and Ethel. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, I'm going to read a question this time. What did Ethel Cain say about Nettles? Nettles is the first single from my upcoming album, Willoughby Tucker, I'll Always Love You. Is out now everywhere. This was the very first song I ever wrote in the Alabama house where I finally finished Preacher's Daughter. I didn't even realize what story I was writing yet, but I think subconsciously, because I knew how Preacher's Daughter was going to end, I wanted to go back in time to a moment of sweetness. I hope you enjoy the greenery. I love this song with all my heart, and all 10 versions of it across the past 4 years. Huh. This track wouldn't be the same without y'all. So she kind of like thanked a lot of her, the people on the actual track that helped her with the instruments and everything. This track wouldn't be the same without y'all. Fun fact, I crashed my truck after leaving the Muscle Shoals session to drive the back roads and listen to the studio bounce. Truly the power of music. Written, produced, and mixed by yours truly. So, I will be coming back to do the rest. I do have things I have to do, and I was taking a long time to do these individual songs. Also, shout out to how long my hair is getting. You see that shit? Look at that. Anyways, so obviously, this is going to just cut back to when I start Dust Bowl. Willoughby Tucker, or I'll obviously do Willoughby's interlude, and then Dust Bowl, and we'll finish the album out. But thank you, I will be back. Nettles was awesome. Okay. I apologize. I've been meaning to come back to this. If you've watched this video, or if you've watched this part in the video, this is almost a month after I planned on finished recording this video. I'm coming back to it. I am sorry. I just haven't wanted to. I've been meaning to. But yeah, so I still have track 5 all the way through number 10, which is over half the album to do. So, yeah. I don't know what else to say. Thank you for your patience, and thank you for being here. You're just gonna go with track number 5 now.
Yeah, tell me what, darling?
Bro. So this one's just an interlude. I'm assuming it's just gonna be all instrumental. dark and moody. So I think clearly that's a purpose piece. Is it's like kind of like to set the mood in a way. That's not a song that I feel like you would just put on and listen to, but when you're experiencing the album, it might make sense in the scheme of like listening to it straight through, you know what I mean? It's not a song that I would go to, because it's not really a song, it's an interlude. You know, there's not a whole lot of substance to it besides like kind of like that ambiance, that vibe it gives off, which, you know, it sounds like it starts off very hopeful in a way, and then it dives into this more moody feel, like dark, moody feel, which was actually pretty cool at the end. But as a whole thing, like, I mean, that's not something that you would go to, you know what I mean? Just put on and vibe to. It's like title music. It's like, let's say you're playing a video game, it's like the background music while you're playing, that sort of thing. You know what I mean? So I'll go ahead and check out Dust Bowl. I'll read a little bit on Dust Bowl real quick. So Dust Bowl is a 6-track demo, originally released on April 3rd, 2022. Interesting. The Dust Bowl was a severe environmental disaster. We all know about the Dust Bowl. Blah, blah, blah. Storms often called Black Blizzard. Okay. Left as empty as the titular... It's been a minute since I've done this. I'm going to fumble my words. Left as empty as the titular Dust Bowl, Ethel reminisces and reflects on the tumultuous decline of her lover, Willoughby Tucker. Okay, so Willoughby's interlude. Oh, see? It's a purpose piece. So it's telling the story of the album. It starts off very endearing, very hopeful sounding. And then towards the end, it gets to that, like, okay, it's falling apart in a way. And then it leads into Dust Bowl, which is where she reflects and reminisces on the decline of it. Okay.
Pretty boy, natural blood stained blonde, with the holes in his sneakers, and his eyes all over me, driving, slasher flick again, feeling me up as a porn star does. He's watching
Oh, no, I'm still here, don't worry.
instead. 8th grade death pack strike me dead. All of Alabama laid out in front of your eyes. But all you could see was me. When you walked in, you were singing
case you're wondering what I got going on, I got my notes again.
Pretty boy,
I had to write down Ethel Cain, Willoughby Tucker, before I forget.
Tender the row of your violets, with your eyes all over me, watching, hoping the wind blows slowly so I can keep you a moment. Grew up hard, fell off harder, cooking our brain, smoking that shit your daddy smoked in Vietnam. He'd be a writer if he didn't leave all his love for you, saying if you could you leave it thinking of you fucking other girls. When you said that you're in love, I never wondered if you're sure. Pretty boy, consumed by death, with the holes in his sneakers, and his eyes all over me, 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 over.
What the fuck? I don't know what was wrong with that, but oh no. Sorry if you like saw nastiness right there. I actually really like this song. I got into the vibe of it, into the flow. Damn. Let me pull up some of the lyrics. Let's read them. Pretty boy, natural blood-stained blonde, with the holes in his sneakers and his eyes all over me. Driving slasher flick again, filling me up as a porn star dies. He's watching me inside, 8th grade death pack, strike me dead. See, most of this isn't even... Most of this is unreviewed. You walked in, you were singing, you tried to wade in because you wanted to tell me who you were. So it's like, that's a time when he was happy and alive and happy. I such this could be the beginning of Willoughby and with Willoughby's... Bear with me. As such, this could be the beginning of Ethel and Willoughby's relationship when life was simpler and easy. This could be a memory that Ethel focuses on that gives her joy and something to cope with. She also finds another way to cope in the lead single off the album, Nettles. Think of us inside gardenias on the tile where it makes no difference who held back from who. Let's see if I can find another proper annotation. Grew up hard, fell off harder. Mirroring the titular Dust Bowl, the lyric describes the slow decay of something once full of life, both the former American prairies and Willoughby himself. That's sad. Cooking our brains, smoking that shit your daddy smoked in Vietnam, alluding to illicit drugs. Ethel and Willoughby are likely unable to think clearly due to heroin use. You'd be oh my gosh. You'd be a writer if you didn't leave all this hell for you, saying if you could, you'd leave it all. I knew it was love when I rode home crying, thinking of you fucking other girls. I mean, we've all been there, right? Like, I guess when you're dating someone or starting a relationship in a way, like, those thoughts kind of just creep into your head, right? Ethel discovered love not in a moment of joy or comfort, but in a moment of pain where she felt gutted simply by the thought of him with another girl. That pain was proof of her love for him, that he mattered enough to break her just by the thought of him intimate with someone else. Yeah, that's rough. It's a rough feeling to deal with. Okay, so that's probably one of my standouts. So far for my standouts, I do have Nettles and Dust Bowl. Fuck Me Eyes was really good too. Willoughby's theme, that was more of just an instrumental, obviously. And then Janie, I don't remember a lot of Janie, so I do want to go back. Why am I struggling today? I'm not here. Okay.
Come on, and she was my girlfriend.
Okay. I'm gonna let it go from Dust Bowl to Knock at the Door. Track number 7, A Knock at the Door. Oh my lord. Wait, what? Why did it go to Okay.
Staying in the state there. Give you with both your fists, and you're not scared of one knock on the door. Everything I've loved it straight to death. So I'm still scared of one knock on
My assumption on what this song really is this is like, I guess in the story where he dies or loses himself or something. Because foam up and bite it on the floor, it's like overdose. They were talking about doing heroin, right? That's what that gives me. And it gives me that I'm actually very excited to talk about the lyrics on this one because there are a lot of annotations that are verified by Ethel Cain. That was that was a rough one to get through, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, Satan in the state pen. Let me pull up the lyrics for you guys. Satan in the state pen. You're here with both your fists, and you're not scared of no knock on the door. Although the Satan referenced here isn't directly called out by their actual name, it can be insinuated that it is Willoughby's father, who's returned from Vietnam, left him more scarred and shell-shocked, riddled with PTSD, now demolished by Willoughby, revered as Satan. He was most likely sent off by the family to the nearby penitentiary to get better, but nevertheless got worse. It is evident earlier in the album that Willoughby holds a lot of resentment for his father not wanting to look like him in the portraits that hang up in their family home, but he feels obliged to see him, albeit through gritted teeth and tense knuckles. Despite holding this candle of amicability towards him, he still views his father as the root of all the evil in his life, a cancer that he just can't seem to remove. Willoughby doesn't care whether he lives or dies, saying that he isn't scared of the knock on the door and, by extension, the message of death on the other side. Okay, so this isn't about necessarily Willoughby dying. In a way, Willoughby is much like Ethel, but while Willoughby took action to try and separate himself from this generational sting, Ethel is haunted on the love her father once held for her, destined to forever look back and desire that love. No one should ever see their friend they've known since they were just kids foam up and bite it on the floor. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at the verified annotations. So there's a whole thing on this part, but I'm just gonna read the part that's verified. Ethel laments Willoughby's experiences, watching him lose more and more throughout the course of their relationship to the trials and tribulations of the real world. You never need to call my name, though I love it all the same. I know you by your knock on the door. I know you by your footsteps on the floor. Still, she returns back to her own feelings of him, continuing to hold him in the light of her obsessive love, mythologizing him and how well she knows him. You're not scared of no knock on the door, or maybe you are. This is the part where you really can't hear the lyrics, but you know, they're kind of back in the very back. For the first time in their relationship, Ethel begins to question herself on whether or not Willoughby is truly the solid pillar of strength that will carry her out of the dark. Okay, like I said, powerful song. That one was pretty rough. Radio Towers, it's an instrumental. So many instrumentals on this album. Holy shit, dude. We said I got 30 minutes left on the album. It's an hour and 13 in length. All these instrumentals just make me feel very sunken in. Like, it's like a weight. It's heavy. With these instrumentals, like, I'm trying to focus on what's there, obviously, because there's no lyrics. Duh, it's an instrumental. I'm trying to listen to it and get the feel of it so I know what's gonna come, you know? And in the back of this, it's like you get like the beeping, which kind of almost sounds like a hospital in a way. And then you get like just wind blowing in the back, and it like gives me this vibe of like obviously a radio tower. I feel like it's purposeful in the sense that it's like it's taking Willoughby away in a way, like the wind's taking him. Also, before Tempest starts, I do want to show you guys one song, so just bear with me here. I haven't been doing this in the videos lately. No, I can't. It just goes straight through. I can't do it. I'll do it after the song. Okay, track number 8. Track number 9, Tempest. Pull up the lyrics. Annotations, I mean. would not be able to listen to this. This album isn't something that I would be able to like put on and vibe to. Like I would. I mean, it's a concept album, obviously. Trains. Can you hear the trains? Then at the end, there's trains. All right, so we'll go over, obviously, the lyrics and the Genius annotation, the ones that are verified. There's speculation as to what this song is at the bottom, but it's not a verified, like the bio isn't reviewed by her or anything, so I'm not going to really read into that. So, first of all, we have, at the beginning, can you hear them? The trains. Obviously, at the end, there were trains in the outro. So that's interesting. Brings it full circle. So, can you hear them? The trains. Ooh. It says ooh there, but it's here. I don't know who's wrong or right. Willoughby's greatest fear is the weather, something Ethel failed to truly understand through her toughened project. Let's try that again. Willoughby's greatest fear is the weather, something Ethel failed to truly understand through her toughened projections of who she thought or needed him to be. This is the only song on the record written from Willoughby's perspective. Okay, so it is from his perspective. So next one is, do you swing from your neck with the hope someone cares? Willoughby taunts Ethel with the same sentiments echoed on Family Tree, asking if she wears the curse of her lineage so openly in a bid for sympathy or wreck. Ooh. That's deep. Next one is, I can lead you to bed, but I can't make you sleep. I've heard it before from someone who leaves. Ethel desperately tries to do for Willoughby what she thinks he needs, but she can't truly help him, as she's never truly looked at him for what he truly is or what he actually needs. He sees this surface level attempt as echoing the sentiments of his mother, someone who left him, and his father years before. Okay. I mean, that's all for the annotations. I'm going to actually read some of it, the bio, because it does help put in perspective a little bit more. So, spoken directly from the perspective of Willoughby Tucker, Tempest is a 9th track. Yep, we know that. By definition, a tempest is a violent, windy, often tumultuous storm, a given suggested by the rain-fueled backdrop of a house in Nebraska and her tornado-related imagery throughout the narrative of the 2 albums, of which include mentions of a tornado which hit Shady Grove, the character of Ethel's hometown leading to her mysteriously losing her boyfriend, the album's subject, Willoughby Tucker. It is unknown whether Willoughby lived through the carnage but left as a result of what Ethel did, or if he died as a direct consequence of the tornado's path. This track will seemingly set the scene of this night and reveal to the fans what really happened after 3 years of speculation. Ethel has also cited references to cyclones and another wind phenomenon before, with it specifically the Oklahoma cyclone being used as a cover art for one of her cryptic Spotify playlists. So he either died in this storm, right? Or he left because of Ethel's efforts to try and love him the way she thought he needs to be loved. But no one knows. I guess it's just he's gone. We're going to move to track number 10. This is a 15-minute track, and I am excited for it, but I'm also not prepared for 15 minutes. Yeah. Like this little instrumental to start. This little intro.
My honey's heart is blue, and a second
isn't more so what I was expecting from Tempest, but I'm glad it came on Waco, Texas.
You were there looking for me, but I was gone. Turned my back for a moment. You had fallen apart. They've been promising the lights as we beg for our lives. 7 pages of the times we've been waiting on. Now the wait's too much, and I can't hold you anymore. How much of a cruel you can you call my fault? Not even the memories are immortal. Terrified on this side of a conversation we'll never come back from. I'll never live it down if I never get around it. 'Cause goddamn it, I did it to myself in hindsight. I liked him 'cause his rule was do whatever you like, and I tried. Alright, now I'll wear these scars for life. I left you when it hurt inside too. But in the low light,
Low light mentioned Sleep Token.
anything for you. You know I'd do anything for you. You know it's true, 'cause I've said it to you.
This is the chorus.
Held in my arms, I swore I'd be good to you, be good to you, be good to you. And then sat and watched as you walked away from me, from me.
Yeah, you changed.
Changed, but did I ever know you? Or did I hold you facing away from me? Me in your room, never
That hurt me. I don't know why. That hurt me a little bit.
And I by the TV. No one's watching. Do you hate me when this is over? Maybe then we'll get some sleep.
favorite song.
Than be anything but your girl. I never meant to hurt you, but somehow I knew I would. Will it be like this forever, forever, forever? I'd reach into your body and fix you if I could. Will it feel like this forever, 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 forever? Are you angry? Do you hate me? And darling, time may forgive me, but I
There's nothing quite like a beautifully done long piece of music. It's amazing. I love it. So it looks like the total runtime is going to be about 2 hours for this video. I am going to show you guys the long intro this time. No, I didn't mean to do that. I meant to turn off hell blockers because I literally can't hear myself talk. So obviously, I'm gonna read the annotations that are co-signed by Ethel, and then read the description of this song. Obviously, that was probably, not probably. What the hell? I could have swore I just heard a bang. That was definitely my favorite song on the entire album. I think that was just beautifully put together. I love really long pieces of music that are done properly. You know what I mean? Um, there's a running joke now, I feel like, on my channel with me and Lana, and I forget that one song. It's the first song on one of her albums, and I was so mad. And it honestly ruined my reaction. I want to give that album another listen, so maybe I will. I'll do another um, playthrough of it just to revisit it now that I've kind of listened to a lot more music now that is out of my comfort zone normally. With that being said, track number 10, Waco, Texas, phenomenal. Favorite song. So the only real annotation that is co-signed is where's it at? Please. On verse 3. Oh well. I've been picking names for our children. You've been wondering how you're going to feed them. There's a clear juxtaposition between these two lines, which establish a stark difference between Ethel's and Willoughby's thoughts on expanding their family. Ethel carefully chooses the names for their future children, while Willoughby worries about how to keep them fed. Despite both them facing the hardship together, there is some disparity on how they approach the possibility. Willoughby couldn't help his harsh pragmatism, while there is an underlying layer of naivety and hopefulness in Ethel's concerns. One could suggest that all the burden falls on Willoughby's shoulders when it comes to providing for their growing family, reminiscent of long established societal expectations for the man of the household to provide. Furthermore, one could suggest that Willoughby intentionally bears most of this burden in an effort to protect Ethel until he couldn't bear it any longer, overestimating his own limits. Ooh. Okay, so there's two things to read. So the genius annotation about Waco, Texas is the last track. Yep, we know that. Ethel and Willoughby fall in love, finding themselves blinded to the rest of the world for a while, captivated by each other and thinking that love could keep them safe. But eventually, the real world comes knocking and everything goes up in flames. The title of the track, Waco, Texas, is named after the Waco siege of 1993, but also has the same initials as Willoughby Tucker, the smitten lover of Ethel Cain. What did Ethel say? What did Ethel say about Waco, Texas? The events of Branch Davidians, the Waco siege, take place around the same time as Ethel's life and death. I think the final standoff happened about 2 years after Ethel dies, but I always see the rise and fall as being parallel to her story. Yes, David Koresh was insane and also a pedophile, so I'm not going to pretend I look up to him or something, but the story just always has intrigued me. As Ethel and Willoughby fall in love, they find themselves blinded to the rest of the world for a while, captivated by each other and thinking that love could keep them safe, but eventually the real world comes knocking and everything goes up in flames. I just like the parallels of their relationship and the events of the Branch Davidians. Ethel sees him as being this beautiful, enamoring god, and she's deeply in love with him, but in the end, she realizes he's just a broken boy and they're both too far gone. I don't know, it's just a corny little love drama that I'm way too deeply invested in, and I'm drawing lines in the sand trying to pair it with the 30-year-old cult siege, lol. I don't get out much. Via Tumblr. Interesting. All right, here it is. Here's my top 4 songs. Okay, here's my top 4 songs and my official rating. Okay, so we got number 1, my favorite, Waco, Texas. Number 2 is probably going to be Nettles. Number 3 is going to be Fuck Me Eyes. Could you not be so bright, bro? God damn. Slut. No, I'm kidding. And number 4 is going to be Dust Bowl. So, given how many instrumentals there are, there's, I believe, 3 instrumentals, and they didn't really do much for me, and I'm not going to go back to them and listen. So, given all that, given the fact that a lot of these songs I probably wouldn't go back to, besides maybe Waco, Texas, Nettles, and Fuck Me Eyes, maybe Dust Bowl, if I put it in a playlist, but I'm not going back to this album just to listen to it all the way through, probably. I was being generous. I was going to give it a 9, just based off of story, based off of the intertwining plot of everything that she's written, right? I was going to give it a 9 out of 10, but now I'm going to go 8.5, thinking about the instrumentals. That kind of brings it down for me. It has its place in the album, obviously, but like I said, they don't do much for me, and I'm not going to be going back to them. So for that reason, 8.5. Okay, it's my official. .5, not a 9. Now, this is the second one that I've checked out. Don't zoom in, please. Don't do that. I see you flashing. This is the second album that I've checked out from her. I do plan on checking out more albums, of course. Obviously, Preacher's Daughter, I liked a lot of those songs, okay? God, I need to get better at this. I'm rusty. It's my first time back in a while. So, obviously, I liked a lot of the songs off of Preacher Daughter. I loved A House in Nebraska. I loved Thoroughfare. Strangers, very good. And a couple more songs I just can't think the names of. And I gave that one a 10 out of 10 because I do, not often, but I do revisit some of those songs in one of my playlists. I gave that one a 10 because it was a very, very strong album. Like I said, this one's 8.5. I'm excited for the next couple of albums. And with that being said, I'm going to show you guys a 15-minute song, so this video is going to be even longer than it needs to be. If you like the video, subscribe, like, check out more. I have a bunch of different albums that I've checked out to this point, from Billie Eilish, Lana Del Rey, Olivia Rodrigo, you name it. I probably have watched or listened to a good amount of albums at this point. I'm going to start diving more into rap and, pop and other stuff too, obviously. But I'm thinking of doing my next album reaction on Lorna Shore, because they're one of my favorite bands, and I'm going to be seeing them live in October. They just released an album called I Feel the Ever Black Festering Within Me. So I'm probably going to check that out right when I'm done here. But we're going to check out this next song by Avenged Sevenfold. It's a 15-minute concept song, and what it is it's called Exist, and what it pretty much entails is the universe kind of being made. Like, that's kind of what the song is. It starts off chaotic, and then it ends beautiful, and it's metal, so bear with it. Give it a chance. I think you'll be surprised. It's one of my favorite songs of all time. hate that it did that. I'm sorry, that was corny. Look at the album cover, look how cool that is. Yeah. So cool. This is like the universe being formed. Everything condensing, kind of chaotic still. Okay. No! Okay, I'm gonna read the annotation while this is going. So, in an interview with Rolling Stone, frontman M. Shadow said Exist is a heavy metal interpretation of the Big Bang, having the vocal come when the first humans were born. The song features astrophysicist Neil deGrasse Tyson speaking an excerpt from one of his Hayden Planetarium Essays on Existence and the Cosmos. It also holds the new longest time of all Avenged Sevenfold songs at 1541. It drops Save Me to second with a time of 10:56, and the third is Strength of the World at 9:14. So good. It's so satisfying. I'm sorry. I'm like geeking out over here. Shouldn't be sorry for it. I enjoy music, guys. I'm gonna sing along with it. At least for a second. Our truth is painted across the sky.
In our reflection, we learn to fly. No one to hold us, no one to save us from tomorrow.
Everyone. Alright. Damn. Alright. I'm gonna end the video now because this is going on too long. So if you've stayed this long, feel free to check out this song. Feel free to check out this album. It's a great album. It's all a concept album. Check out Avenged Sevenfold. And I'm gonna check out more Ethel Cain on these videos. So thank you for watching. Bye-bye.